to compare players and medically measurements and workouts? Are you afraid to be measured against those guys one-on-one? Is that why you're not doing it?
No, not doing things. It was a decision by me and my team, my family, and it comes down to that.
Caleb in Chicago, fans are always divided about him. Probably the most honest guy. What would you say to Chicago about the player and person?
I'd say the player and person that they begin, a person that cares for his teammates. Some of y'all may have seen, some of y'all may have not. I try to take care of all my guys, no matter if you've been fourth on the depth chart or you're the star player. So I care for my teammates, and then the other part is I'm a fierce competitor, as you may have seen after some games. I mean, the Bears was an 8-9 team last year, I believe, and 7-10. Sorry, and that's pretty good for a team that has the first pick. And they got a good defense. They got good players on offense, and it's pretty exciting. If you can go into a situation like that. Yep. Whole lot of dominant quarterback play? No, not at all. I don't compare myself to the other guys. That's there, been there. I think I'm my own player, and I tend to like to, create history and rewrite history. Yeah, this is one of the seasons that it's none like any other season I've had, to where I've been so close to being either neutral or close to having a losing record, and so it was tough for me. Like I said, I'm a competitor. I like to win, and so being that close to losing was difficult for me. But I had people in my corner to help me and figure out the energy and feeling that I was feeling. I think it's important going into situations, because there's nobody in the first part of the draft that would be early in the draft, and I expect myself to go high. To be a 12 and whatever team, or it's the teams are going to be at least from the year before. It's kind of going to be how I went into USC, where they were 4-8 and things like that. So just prepare for those moments, and I think last year was a perfect example for me. Yeah, I learned either you grow from something like that, and Lincoln sat me down after maybe our lost to Utah, I believe, and he sat me down and he said, either you grow from something like this, or you keep feeling this feeling, and you'll stay where you are.
What do you say about
height? It's the first time I'm hearing about my height and size. I'm around Aaron Rodgers' size and maybe weight too. 215, 220, and 6'1", 6'2".
What went into the decision? You talked about you and your team decided you're not going to do some of the things for the medical stuff. What went into the decision not to do that here?
Yeah, so for the medical stuff, I'll be doing the medical stuff, just not here in Indy. I'll be doing it at the team interviews. Not 32 teams can draft me. There's only one of me. And so the teams that I go to for my visit, those teams will have the medical, and that'll be it. I didn't feel the need to go out and throw. I played around 30-some games, I believe. Go ahead and go watch real live ball with me and see how I am as a competitor.
What stood out about your interview with?
what inspired you to get into the game of football?
My dad put me in football when I was 4. My mom didn't let me play tackle football my first year. I thought I was going to love it. At 4 years old, I did, and the next year after that, I was a bit too aggressive with flag football, so my mom let me play tackle. And from there, fell in love even more. By the time I hit 11 or 12, I told my dad that this is what I wanted to do, and we put together a plan. And he's helped me every part of the way.
What stood out about your interview with Washington?
Yeah, They were awesome. I spoke more about ball and things like that, just because the interviews are so short. So it was more about them getting to know me, getting to test my mental, what I know, the base things of what it takes to be a quarterback in the
Do you
NFL.
come away with any confidence that they're going to be able to start with you and what you need to both make the jump from college?
To figure out how they're going to be able to develop you. I enjoyed the meeting. It was a good meeting, but 10 minutes or so is pretty good.
You mentioned talks about being artist or a surgeon as a quarterback. How would you describe
He does. You know, I've actually heard that about the artist or surgeon thing, and I like to think that when it's time to be surgical, you know, it's time to be surgical. You know, there's been many games where it gets late in the game, and I've ran or scrambled and you know, threw a crazy pass. That's been the artist, the magician. And then you know, there's been times where even you know, when I hurt my hamstring and I couldn't run, I sat in the pocket the whole time, you know, the rest of the game, and delivered the ball.
How has the NIL
It's important to be in the pocket. It's part of the game. It's also important to be out of the pocket, and you just be, you know, just as good as you are in the pocket and out of the pocket.
What stood out about your interview with Washington, and how would you feel about going back there?
What am I? So,
What stood out about your interview with Washington, and how would you feel playing at home if that happened?
yeah, you know, it's like I've said before. It's familiar. It's hometown, as everybody knows, and you know, it'd be really cool to be back there and experience that. The meeting went really well, and you know, being around those, you know, everybody was in the room, so being around everybody, you know, just getting the taste of, you know, how they are, who they are, because like you said, everything's new there.
How has NIL shaped you as a
Yeah, the Patriots were cool. It was the room wasn't as packed. It had just a few guys here, and you know, we talked mainly about ball. It was a good impression. They were asking me questions about my life, about ball, testing me and things like that. So all of the meetings were good, and they were all kind of in the same ballpark. Everybody, you know, they don't really get to see you and test your mental stuff. This quick 10, 20 minutes that they have, you know, that's what they're mainly doing, trying to get out of you.
Caleb, what is?
It's not a thought in my mind. Yeah, I'm not going to be number one. I think I put in all the hard work, all of the, you know, the time, effort, energy into you know, being that. So you know, I don't think of a plan B. That's kind of how I do things in my life. I don't think of a plan B. I just stay on plan A. And then when things don't work out, find a way to make plan A work. I plan on visiting a good amount of teams. Don't exactly know what the plan is with that. Just because I've met with teams that I didn't know that I was going to meet with when I got here. So, yeah. Wow. I'd had a swimming contest. It's my second sport. Birds, government related.
Caleb,
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
I've never seen a baby pigeon. Yeah.
Caleb, what advice would?
The main thing that I've, you know, if they ask me or if it comes up, the main thing that I've said, I want to go to a place that wants to win. A whole, you know, 360. So meaning from the top all the way to, you know, the guys, and down to the janitors, the people that, you know, that make everything run. You know, it's just. Everybody wants to win. Everybody's a part of that, and you know, we all take care of each other.
Caleb, what did?
Yeah, a lot of things are coming out right now. Y'all rarely see me speak ever. As y'all know, I don't really go out and speak much, but this was important to me that I wanted to put something out before I came here, especially with all the noise and things like that that's been brewing and things like that before I came here, and then now since I've been here, a bunch of stuff comes out. But just wanted to put something out so everybody knew exactly where it was coming from.
Caleb, how has NIL helped you?
Yeah. No, it was not intentional. I didn't see the mail on the front, but it was kind of funny when I saw the reports about it. Yeah. Yeah, there's not many people in the world that get to experience what I experience every game day, every practice day. So it kind of goes back to, it always kind of goes back to that for me. It's something that I only get to experience. It's something that I really care about, which is not only winning the game, but doing it with my teammates. So every time we lose, I feel like I let my teammates down. Yeah.
If you need me to move, just give me a nudge.
What?
If you need me to move, just give me a nudge.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'd say anywhere I go, that's my standard. That's what I play for, as y'all saw. I said, don't play for fame. I don't play for money. I don't play for jewels and things like that. I don't. So go out there and win as many games as possible, be the best that I can. My plan is if I can be my best and play as many games as possible, have my best. I think I can reach certain points like that.
Diego, what did
I wouldn't say that I necessarily feel as I need a jump. I would say there's small things that you may need to correct or adapt to going into an NFL locker room where, I'm 22 and people have kids and they're, ranging in 35 and things like that. So I would say just adapting to the situation. I'm understanding what the team needs from me and going about it that way. Yeah, so the cool thing about my experience is that all 3 years have been a bit different. This past year we went 7-5, and so my leadership needed to be different. The year before, I came into a situation where we were 4-8, so my leadership needed to be different. The year before, I came in as a backup, and then I jumped up and became the starter. So my leadership throughout times have been different. I think it's helped groom me for the situation that I'm going into now. Just, do you want to win?
Caleb, have the Bears told you that you're going to be the first pick?
Thank you, everybody.